The air horn blared, and 50 boats churned the water behind my house, kicking up a stench that turned a festive morning into a nightmare. Patricia Coleman, the HOA's self-styled empress, stood on the shore in a pristine white blazer, waving like she owned the place. Over 100 people, oblivious to the truth, set up speakers and cameras for her a community lake festival. She declared this livestock waste processing pond legally my daughter ever since 2012 a public recreation spot without asking. When I tried to stop her, she called the cops, accusing me of threatening her event. I stayed quiet, flipped on my hidden cameras, and let her dig her own grave. Comment where you're watching this tale of justice stinks, literally, and it's about to go viral. I'm Daniel Harper, a retired mechanic living in Maplewood Heights, a suburb so perfect it's suffocating, with identical lawns and beige mailboxes. My wife, Ellen, passed 2 years ago, leaving our lakefront property to Eva, our 19-year-old pre-law student. The lake isn't what it seems, a county-registered waste processing facility for 12 local farms, not a community playground. Patricia, 52, ran the HOA like a dictator, fining folks for unapproved flower beds or slightly askew shutters. She once slapped a neighbor with a $250 fine for a non-compliant birdhouse. That Saturday, watering my tomatoes at dawn, I heard trucks and voices. Through the mist, I saw Patricia orchestrating her festival kayaks, paddleboards, a sailboat, and a banner proclaiming Maplewood Heights Lake Festival. The faint odor of manure lingered, but the crowd missed it, caught up in her promise of unity. I approached, keeping calm. Patricia, this is private property. You can't hold an event here. Her smile was pure venom. Daniel, it's 2025, not 1925. We don't hoard community resources. The crowd murmured, selfish, and, it's just sitting there. Patricia had them eating from her hand, painting me as the Grinch. I saw her glance at my house, predatory, like this was personal. Ellen always said truth beats anger, so I stepped back, pulling out my phone to activate the cameras I'd installed after last year's break-ins. It's your choice, I said, knowing what was coming. Patricia's triumphant grin screamed control, not community. Back inside, I called Eva. Dad, it's 7:30, she groaned from her dorm. Bring the lake documents home, I said. Patricia's hosting a boat race on your waste pond. Silence, then, I sent her a certified letter 3 months ago, EPA permits, health risks, everything. She signed for it March 15th. My jaw dropped. Patricia hadn't just ignored a warning, she'd planned this defiance. Eva's letter detailed the pond's role, bacterial risks, and legal violations of recreational use. She'd consulted her environmental law professor and the county, building an airtight case. She knew, Dad, Eva said. This is deliberate. Digging deeper, Eva found court records. Patricia lost custody of her daughter years ago for excessive control. This wasn't about community, it was about power, maybe revenge against a family she envied. Get here, I told Eva. Bring every document. As she packed, I watched Patricia, now in a captain's hat, directing cameras for Channel 5's live stream. By the time Eva arrived, the crowd swelled to over 100, buzzing with excitement. Eva, briefcase in hand, looked ready for court. She's committing willful endangerment, she said, citing her professor. We won her one last time, then let her crash. We approached the shore, the manure smells stronger now. Patricia, mid-speech, spotted us. Daniel and Eva, joining our celebration, she cooed into her mic, playing the crowd. Eva held up the certified receipt. Mrs. Coleman, you were notified this is a livestock waste facility, EPA permit WB202, LSW 447. Recreational use is illegal and hazardous. The crowd hushed, but Patricia waved off the warning, tearing Eva's letter copy in half. Outdated scare tactics, she scoffed, tossing the pieces into the water. We are proving community spirit wins. Cheers erupted, but a few faces wavered. Reporter Lisa Carter edged closer, sensing a story. You've been warned, I said, retreating with Eva. We knew the truth would surface violently. At 10:30, the air horn launched the race. 20 boats hit the water, paddles churning. For a moment, it was picturesque until the smell hit. The pond's sediment, disturbed, unleashed a stench like a barnyard nightmare. A red kayak flipped, its paddler surfaced, gagging, face twisting from embarrassment to horror. Lisa's live stream, now at 75,000 viewers, caught every second. We are getting unusual conditions, she stammered, moving upwind. Eva stepped forward, voice clear. This is a livestock waste processing facility, operational since 2012. Panic spread. Boaters scrambled to shore, some abandoning crafts, others frozen in disgust. Patricia's mic screeched, it's just sediment. Like a mud bath. But the odor was undeniable. Deputy Sarah Evans approached. Ma'am, I need your permit and prove this water's safe. Patricia ignored her, but the crowd melted away, leaving her alone in her skewed heart, her dream collapsing. The video exploded 2 million views, Poopgate trending across 3 states. Memes flooded social media, Patricia's torn letter as confetti, her mud bath line auto-tuned. She fought back, draining $15,000 from HOA funds for a lawyer, suing Eva and me for deception and endangerment. Her supporters launched a vicious online campaign, branding Eva as toxic heiress, poisoning kids. Seeing my daughter cry over cruel posts, spoiled brat poisons community, nearly broke me. I wanted to storm Patricia's house, but Eva stopped me. Dad, we fight with truth, like Mom taught us. She dove into research, uncovering Patricia's threats to their Emily Vaughn, the county's environmental expert, to stay quiet or lose her job. Financial records showed Patricia's misuse of HOA funds, funneled to her sister-in-law's event company. Eva's dossier was a legal masterpiece. Thursday's emergency HOA meeting packed the community center with 300 residents and reporters. Patricia, in a navy suit, played victim. The Harpers hid their toxic pond to sabotage us. Some nodded, swayed by her online smear. Eva stood, projecting her evidence. Photos showed Patricia reading environmental reports months prior. Emails proved she threatened their Vaughn. Financials exposed her fund misuse. The crowd's murmurs turned hostile. You stole from us, someone yelled. Deputy Evans announced a county investigation into fraud and intimidation. Patricia's denials, fake evidence, crumbled. The vote to remove her was 47-3, her allies silent. Escorted out for questioning, she shot me a look not of hate, but regret, as her empire dissolved. 3 months later, the pond became the Harper Environmental Education Center. Patricia pleaded guilty to fraud and intimidation, getting 18 months of community service and a ban from community roles. The HOA, restructured with transparency rules, became a model for fairness. Eva's thesis on the incident earned her internship offers and scholarships. Dear Vaughn led educational tours, and Lisa's documentary sparked statewide HOA reforms. Local farms formed a sustainability cooperative, inspired by our facility. A plaque honored our stewardship. Patricia, seen cleaning parks, walked quietly, perhaps learning. At Eva's graduation party, she toasted, to truth, rising no matter how deep it's buried. Was this justice or a setup? Did we save the community or ruin Patricia? Share your HOA battles below.